And Vugu Nayosi means Black Power in Kiswahili, Black Revolutionary Now. Check out this video on this Iranian girl named Huda Kadabi. She was on this morning show, and you have these two white people who was saying some ridiculous things. Check out how she flipped the script and schooled them and let them know she know her history. So we know when white people say ridiculous things, this is how we need to respond to them, to let them know we see you, we know your history, we know what you have done around the world. Check it out, and we're gonna come back and discuss it.
Let's talk about nuclear weapons.
Okay.
Our viewers, some of our viewers may say, we cannot trust Iran. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think we can trust this country. I mean, what has this country done to the majority of the countries in the Middle East? You know, like, I don't think Iran's having nuclear weapons. I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence. But also, when we look at the legacy of imperialism and colonization in the Middle East, and we see the legacy of this country and all of the violence that it has not only created, but also created the capacity for. A lot of these weapons in the Middle East are completely brought in by the United States.
A lot of Americans might take offense to that. You're an American. You don't sound like an American when you say that. You know what I mean?
That's because I've read, you know, and I think that it's really important that we look beyond sort of these really simple narratives that we're told, whether it's about Muslim women, whether it's about the legacy of this country, and knowing that this country literally was built on the backs of black slaves and after the genocide of indigenous people. And I think there's a lot that we can be proud about, but I think that we shouldn't let that sort of blindside us for the realities of the situation.
This is exactly how you respond to people who say ridiculous things. Let us look at nuclear weapons, and we can trust. This white man say we can trust her country. Can America be trusted based on their irrefutable historical wars and genocide around the world? So the audacity of this white man to say that they can't be trusted. Look at America, dirt around the world. These are the people who drop nuclear weapons on Asian people. Who is them to talk about trust? He is delusional. But I love the way how she flipped the script on them. She say, hey, you guys can't be trusted. So the audacity of how these people want to put certain labels on certain countries, and they haven't looked at themselves. We see you. I love the part when she say, yo, I read. You know, so it kind of puts stuff in perspective to kind of school them, to let them know, hey, you can't get away with just saying anything without you being held accountable. Your country needs to be held accountable for the act of terrorism around the world. When the white woman say she's an American, or you can't sound like that because you're an American, these people want us to think like them. Just that statement alone shows you how sick these people are. She's an American, so she have citizen here now, so she should automatically think like them. See how these people, you see how white supremacy is just a disease, and how they look at the rest of the world because they live in a bubble. I love how this young sister that schooled them, right? And they couldn't refute anything she said. So they had to change the subject. And I noticed how white supremacists do. When you bring up something they can't refute, they always want to change the subject into something else because they don't want to go down that rabbit hole, because they understand their hands is dirty and bloody with what they have done to the entire globe. So the hypocrisy of these people want to label other countries. We can trust you. Who could trust America? Who could trust United States of America? No one. You go to any melanated country and tell me if they could trust America. They're still doing it today. They're still doing it today in 2024. But this is how delusional these people are. Because they feel we're not up on game. We don't know their history. One of the first things that I did with my studies, I studied European history. I studied the mindset, how these people think. Once you study your enemy and you study how these people think, you're one head of step of them. You're a step of them where they can't say anything ridiculous, and you check them right away. As soon as they say something ridiculous, you check them so they can't even come back with anything. So I just wanted to drop that video and show you guys how these people think, their mindset. Peace and black power, black revolutionary now.